Hello, everyone. Happy, what day is it? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm just waiting for Antonella to log in. Hello. There you go. Hi, Antonella. Hello. Hope everyone is doing well. Taking a little lunch break and joining into our live segment today. Perfect. There we go. Hey, Mom. See, Antonella's logging in.
Hey.
Hi. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. It's been a day.
Okay. Yes.
It's been a Wednesday.
Isn't that every day? Every day is in this quarantine is like that.
It is. And my kid had like an emergency dental issue this morning. So, it's just one of those days.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk with you, though. I know we've been talking over like email and Instagram.
Yep.
Just about, some of the fun things you're doing. So I'm going to let a few more people just log in and then I'll
Okay.
start and we can introduce you.
Okay.
How's everything going?
Good. It's just, same thing. It's like every day's juggle, kids and work and
Right.
life. It's just every day is the same, and then every day is like something new happening too. So
it's seriously is. It's like the same but different.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, 1 second.
Is that wallpaper? I like that. Your wall.
Yeah, it is.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's actually my daughter's room. I redid it for her birthday.
Okay.
And I'm like, it's the best room to film in the house. No,
It's
like
neat. I like that.
like we have to redo everybody's room now. All right, perfect. So we'll get started. So for everybody joining, if you have not followed me until now, my name is Drew Davis. I do on my personal page like a lot of beauty tips and talk to businesses and like the health, wellness, and beauty field. But full time, I work for Rosiri, which owns a school, a spa, salons, and I do their marketing and PR. But so that's who I am in case you're first joining. And then I have Antonella. And tell us about yourself.
Okay. My name is Antonella Colella. I'm a business attorney at Snyderman Law Group. We have offices in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and in Philly. And we represent entrepreneurs, business owners, and kind of our niche service that we provide is offering a subscription plan. So if you're a small business and you want to have a lawyer on call really for you, we do that. So it's flat fee. It's based on the size of your business.
Okay.
And, we're really there to, so you can sound off on whatever's going on in your day to day. So we, you can call us, you can text, and then we're actually doing work for you. So we're doing your contracts. If you have like employee issues that you need help with, we handle all that kind of stuff. And I really love helping women entrepreneurs and women start businesses, just because, I think we are rock stars. We can do so much. And so I love seeing women like really start something that they love and like pursue their passion and then, continue to grow that.
That's amazing. Yes, women supporting women is what we need
Yes.
right now more than ever.
Exactly.
I did share this live video with our students, so hopefully they log in too, because I feel like this would be great for them to learn, because a lot of them graduate like our cosmetology or skincare school and want to go into business, but
right.
Or a freelance artist, and you just don't know where to start sometimes. Like we give them as much tips as we can, but our focus is not, we're teaching them how to actually do the physical work, not how, we give them a little business building and social, but not in depth like a lawyer or attorney would. So that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's common. I think it's common, especially for, somebody has a passion and they want to start a small business. They're like, what do I do? What should I be doing right now? Or like, where do I start? So it's nice to, kind of help people do that.
Yeah. And like I was saying, like for our students, it's like, you don't know where to go. You don't know who to trust. So, having this to share with our students and be able to have you as a contact, and they could ask questions. You said a subscription service might be more affordable to people. Is that kind of why you do it?
It depends. Well, we do it really so that, as a small business, you want to be able to budget, right? So you want to know kind of how much your legal expenses are going to be. And this way you don't have to worry about, people hate calling their lawyer because it costs money. Like every time you call or email your employer, they charge you money, like they're billing you.
Yeah.
So this avoids all of that. So you don't have, as a small business owner, you don't want to have to deal with that. So just you'll know every month what you're paying, and obviously it's based on how big you are. So it's not going to be, if you're a small business, you're not going to be charged a crazy amount of money.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm excited to learn more. And we actually have some like our employees on here who like work for us at Revere, and then they also have like a freelance business. So that's also, I think, really insightful for them as well to learn, as they're working through. So tell me, like, if you wanted to start a small business, if I'm a student and I want to open my own skincare, like facial place, what would be your first steps?
So, every business is different, but the way that it starts is pretty much the same. So you want to pick an entity, a type of entity. So are you going to just be a sole proprietor? Are you going to organize and be an LLC? Are you going to be a corporation? And for a freelancer, it's probably good to get some protection. I mean, you can make an LLC and just be a single person LLC. So it's just yourself, but it just does create that other extra level of protection that you have. Okay. And then, you're going to go to whatever state you're in and you're going to file your registration. Okay. With, the state of New Jersey, state of PA. You're going to, when you want to open a bank account as a company, they're going to want some other like organizing documents. So for an LLC, you're going to want an operating agreement, and that's going to tell the world kind of how you do your business, what you provide, and kind of the rules of your organization. So banks want to see that. Right. So, you'll have to provide that. And then, it's some, rote thing. So you're going to have to go to the Department of Revenue in the state and kind of, get a tax ID number so that they know you exist and that you're going to pay taxes. And really that's really every business kind of has to, do that beginning stages.
So that's like the initial step. So like I'm saying, like, as I will use as an example, like I said, like I'm a student, I've graduated Rosary Veda School with my like aesthetics license, and now I want to open up my maybe a freelance business or like a small like brick and mortar doing facials. So I would then start that process myself, or would if I were this person, would you reach out to you to start it?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, we do all of that. I mean, that's the steps. But if you come with your idea, and then you kind of take it and do all of that registration and all of that stuff. Okay. And then one thing actually that I want to bring up is that before you start a business, so if you're a freelancer and you think of a company name, or you think of like maybe it's a catchy name, it's Drew's Facial something LLC. One thing that I would suggest, and something that we do as well, is to check the trademark, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, to see if that name is available to trademark. And I would do that, if you have an idea of a name, and that's if you have any kind of brand, if you have a product that you want to sell that you think of a name for, even if you have a hashtag that you use or that you want to use, you can even trademark that. So I think that's a good thing to do before you actually register, because it might change the name of your business. Yeah. Because I guess, also what people don't realize, that when you register with the state, and then also, if you get a domain name for a website, that doesn't mean that nobody can take that name. Like you're not protected. That's just, you're filed with the state, but somebody else can use that name and use that brand, unless you get some kind of protection in the form of a trademark. And that's not good if you registered and you're working and you've had a business for a year and you put in your blood, sweat, and tears, and then you decide to trademark and your name is gone. It's already taken. It cannot be protected. So kind of the steps is, think of what you want to do. Let's do the trademark just the search first to see what's out there, then register your business, and then you would register your trademark. At least kind of like what you're working with before. Right. And then that's kind of like step 2, like in the checklist. So you're doing your formation, and then do you have any kind of intellectual property, which is your trademark or a patent. Like, are you a beauty company that maybe you created something, like maybe you created a lotion, or you have a formula for something. That's something that you also want to protect, in a patent. But that's it. That depends on your industry and in what kind of business you're doing.
Okay, so those are kind of like your first 3 steps. And I know some people who open a business who are right out of school, like they don't know where to start. So that's something that, like, do you have a checklist that you give to people? Like, do you actually give them a checklist when you start and like do these things?
That's a good idea. I don't do that, but maybe we should. But again, that's part of like coming to talk to me, and we talk about what you really want to do, and then how you do it. So it's part of like the consultation and the discussion.
Okay, awesome. So everybody who's watching, if you have any questions about that, we'll drop all the information to where to contact her.
Yes.
So now I also know that you deal with like influencers, and that's huge in like the beauty business. And we work with influencers at our salons and spas. So how do you work like your contracts, I guess, like what kind of information can you tell us about influencers?
Okay, so contracts are like, that's next. So then let's talk about the contracts that you have are really going to depend on what kind of business you are. That's really tailored to you. So if you're skincare, then you want to have, like, maybe it's just a 1-pager, but you want to be able to give your clients something that says that you're not going to be liable if you use a product on them and they have a reaction. That's unless they tell you, that's something that you're not going to know. So they're going to have to tell you their skincare history, if they have any issues. But if you use a product on them and they have a reaction, you don't want to be held liable. So that's a kind of contract that you would have. Photographers have service contracts. They want to they need to tell you what you're getting, how many pictures you're getting, who owns the pictures. Coaches, the same thing. Any kind of a beauty company or somebody, if you're selling, you're going to want to have a service agreement to say what you're doing. Now, with influencers, I actually have a good story. So this is an anecdote. This really happened to me. So in 2014, I think it was 2014 or 2015, I had owned a swimwear company, an online swimwear company. So I imported swimwear and I sold it online. It was me and my husband together. We did this. And I thought that the best way to, get myself out there was to contact these influencers on Instagram. So I was the lawyer of the company. I was the marketing person, we did everything. So I managed to get in touch with one of the mob wives and one of the New Jersey housewives. I'm not going to say who they were.
Right.
I'm going to say one was a mob wife and one was a New Jersey housewife. So I was so excited. I contacted them. I said, please, can you, I'm going to give you my product. Can you please put it on your Instagram and talk about it? So they accepted. So the mob wife did it correctly. So I did not have an agreement with her. I didn't have anything in writing. I just said, I'm going to send you this. Can you
share and tag us?
Right. She did it right. She wore it. She took a picture of herself in it and she tagged us.
Okay.
The mob wife, I gave her 2 swimsuits. And I really remember, I don't think she even wore the second one, but the one that she did was totally wrong. She didn't tag us. Okay. She didn't say the name of our company. Right. And was for a small business, when you're giving away products, that's money. That's money that I just gave away and I didn't get anything back for it. Right. So the moral of the story is you should have an agreement with an influencer as a company, because you want them, and also maybe it's probably a good idea to actually write exactly what you want them to say, because some people don't.
Approved copy, basically.
Yeah, an approved copy. This is word for word. Please, put this in your post. Have them sign it. And then kind of say what are you giving them in return? Are you paying them? Or are you just giving them products? Okay. And then on the flip side, as an influencer, you want the agreement because you want to know what you're getting. Are you getting money? Are you getting paid? And then you want that in writing. to be able to tell the company. And then, there's all of these other kind of rules now, like the Federal Trade Commission has gotten involved, and now you have to put an influencer to put hashtag ad, right. Paid partnership or something like that. Like there's certain rules now that have come about in recent years. So you want to make sure that you are complying with that.
Right. No, I know we work with influencers in the salons and the schools. And some of them I have contracts with, some of them I'm like, okay, you go with like, come in one time, experience it, shout us out. Like, and you just hope that they do it. But you're right. I've had some experiences where I'm like, okay, I've just helped you get your hair done for months and right. I'm not seeing the return. So I think also like for me, just for experience and for anybody else watching, it's trying to figure out like influencers only have a certain amount of time too. So like maybe you only work with them for 2 months. Like not, so I think putting a time limit on it as well, because when I first started doing it like 4 years ago, finally I'm like, it was like a year and I'm like, I didn't like, how do I tell them I don't want to use them anymore, even though they've done what they're supposed to?
Yeah, you should definitely,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think that's
as much information that you can get in there that defines the relationship. I mean, would need to be in there, and it's smart to do.
And I think a lot of like, and I'm just relating this back to the beauty world, obviously, because that's where I live in. But like a lot of our staff members at the salons I work for and like students, they're doing people for free, in trade, but they're not signing agreements either. And then they work for us. So like I always tell them, like, come to me if you have somebody you want to do this with, so I can get them like an agreement signed. Because I don't, as much as we want them, we don't want them to lose money out of their pocket. I want to make sure that they're getting the right deal per se of like what they're getting from this person. So I usually ask staff and like students, like, come to me, I will help you. I will give you the contract that we have and sit down with this person, like go over expectations. Cause I still like old school. I still like to sit down with you and be like, here, let me look at you in your eyes and tell you what I expect from you.
Right. Exactly.
And we're local, but like you said, your swimsuit is not, if it was an online, it's not local. So you're not able to sit down with all the influencers you probably wanted to, right?
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, and it was all online. I mean, and there was a lot of, like, we used bloggers that, they got it right and, they did it. And sometimes if you're like a local company and you give things away, maybe you're not going to need the agreement because you don't mind, or it's, you have enough, or you're just like being nice and, giving things away to the community. But if you were like me, that, we only had a certain amount of product and it was expensive, and, it could be disappointing when, you don't get what you expect.
Exactly. I mean, especially like you said, it was 2016.
It was 2014. It was 2014 or 2015 or yeah.
I mean, that's when Instagram was like blowing up and like everybody was focused on the big influencers. So like if you had a couple 100,000, some millions, you bought everything they said. Now I feel like, obviously like what the statistics show, it's more like micro. So if you can find people, if you're local, if you're not in e-commerce, you find those paper local.
I just saw that actually like the other day. It was like, we're looking for micro influencers.
Yes. So that's like 10,
and I was thinking, I wonder why but okay, that makes sense, because I guess they're more, I don't know. Their followers listen to what they say.
Exactly. It's more authentic. So, Kim Kardashian, everybody now knows people pay her millions of dollars to shout out certain projects. Does she actually really use them? But like, if you're going to go to some girl who has 3,000 and she's local and, she only shares like a few people in the area, that she probably does like those products, and it's probably like an authentic relationship she has with that person. So that's why they're saying like there's better conversions, because their followers are super loyal. They think, they know that these people have more of an interest and more
that like
big celebrities, like they're getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, to post this stuff. So I always say keep that in mind. I always say followers is great, but like equality is better.
Oh yeah. Well, because people buy followers, and so then the numbers don't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, so that's really good. Thank you for. I could go on a tangent about influencers, but thank you for going over like making sure that there's a contract in place or something that you have. Like if you're a business or even a freelancer, have something in place, right?
Yeah, and then also, like you said, talk to them. I mean, I did it over email because I wasn't going to call this this
Yeah.
housewife, and it was early on, and you know, like you said, it was like I didn't even know. I mean, I'm an attorney, but in 2015 and 2014, I wasn't thinking, oh, I should have a contract with this person. I mean, everything was just, it was so new, such a new concept that, you know, I didn't think of it. But like you said, you should definitely talk to the person as well as have something in writing.
Yeah, I'm all about connection. I'm like, even a Zoom call, like at this point, we're so used to Zoom by now. We don't have it.
Right.
Um,
Right.
So just so anybody who's watching, if you do have any questions, you can definitely put them in the comment section, because I love when guests or followers get engaged on this. So I'm going to take a break before we jump in, because I like to do show and tell on my marketing and branding, and just talk about some products that either health, wellness, makeup, hair that you love. So I know I hit you last minute with it, but did you bring anything?
I did.
Okay.
All right. So let's first. Okay. So I have this. I don't know.
I can see it kind of. I'm like, eyes.
This is Avoila. It's a serum. It's by Avoila is the company. And it's a serum. It's avocado oil. So it's a facial oil.
Yes, you were talking about them. I want to.
Yeah, I was telling you about this. So I use this as a moisturizer, really, because it's, now that I'm older, I used to have like kind of oily skin, and now that I'm older, it's dry or drier. So I like this.
It's glowing right now. So
well, thank you. And this I like also because it has a really good smell. It's organic, natural. So you know, when you put it on your face, it's like a very clean, natural smell.
Nice.
And then I have, this is my cleanser that I use. It's Neostrata. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't.
It's okay. I know you got to get the
It's
like.
Neostrata.
I've learned to do this. Like, put your hand behind it helps sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I see it now.
Neostrata. This is like glycolic cleanser.
Oh, nice.
So I have acne prone skin, and the only thing that works for me is glycolic acid. And this is the one that it has like the I get it from my dermatologist, but you can also find it on Amazon. But it's like the medical grade of glycolic.
Okay.
And so it works. And then one more thing.
Yeah.
So I have, this is by Ilia.
Okay. I see it. Yep.
Ilia. And this is a multi-stick. This one's called At Last. And this is good. I like this because I use it on my cheeks, my eyes, my lips. And it's good like for on the go, and you know, just popping in my purse and
oh, perfect. So multi-purpose. Gotta love that.
Yeah.
Especially like if you're a mom and working. I know I love anything that I can use multiple times. So I brought actually 3 things today too. So normally I bring a lot of makeup and hair, but today I brought some skincare and wellness. So this is an organic rose water by Modern Herbal Shop. So like I just spray it on. I'm spraying it now. But I'll do it throughout the day or to set my makeup. It smells really good. Even if I have like a breakout and I use like a scrub or anything, my face is kind of red, I'll spray this to help tone it. And then I brought lavender flowers. So these are organic lavender flowers. So the benefit, so you can use these like in cooking, you can use them in a bath, you know, baking. So that helps like with anxiousness, like relaxing.
Oh, so you can eat it. You can eat that.
Yeah. So I actually made like a lavender lemonade the other way. Like you boil it with like, and then you mix it with the lemonade, and it just kind of helps relax you at night. Or you can put it in with a chamomile tea and boil it. But it's great. I love it. And then you can even put it in like little satchels and just carry it with you to smell it, because like the smell always produces calmness.
Cool.
And then one more thing was Hawaiian noni. So it is a supplement I've been taking. And I posted about it, and I've had like tons of people ask me. So basically it's like this fruit from Hawaii, and this helps support gut health. So if you have like stomach issues, and like gut health is so important. So it helps with that. It helps with inflammation. It helps with people who have vascular diseases or anything like high blood pressure. You just take like a 1 ounce shot on an empty stomach. But I'm like obsessed with this. So
how does that taste? Is it sweet, or does it taste?
It tastes like it's sweet. It tastes like wine gone bad a little bit, like that sour but like it's a quick shot and I put it in the fridge so it's cold. So it's not like my favorite taste. I'm not gonna lie, but it's not bad either.
Yeah. Cool.
But I've definitely seen benefits from that. So everything that we just shared, I usually share like in a screenshot and post on my story. So if you'll just send me pictures afterwards, I can share it with everybody watching.
Sounds good.
Yes. Okay. So let's jump in. What else were we going to cover? I know we talked about
e-commerce is something that, you know, that has its own rules too. So people, you know, that are selling online, are selling products online, you know, you want certain things that have to go on your website. So, you know, you want to talk about your return policy. You know, obviously you want to describe like how people can return things. And then you're going to want a privacy policy and a terms of service. And that's actually true if you have a no matter what you do, if you have a website, even if it's not e-commerce, you want a privacy policy and a terms of service. And we do that as all of that. So, you know, we actually have, we can put like a package together for you. So if you don't, you know, people that don't do the subscription service, we do a package of contracts. So I talk to you and, you know, you tell me what your business is, and then I'll tell you, okay, you need X, Y, and Z contract, and then we could, you know, put it together in a package and give a price basically. And then another kind of agreement, like with e-commerce, you know, affiliate marketing, right? So that's also an agreement that we do. So some people do affiliate marketing like on their site, so they pay people who click. But there's also sites that are dedicated just to affiliate marketing, so that you basically have a page on, let's say, abc.com, your company page is on there, and then influencers or whoever will take your link, put it on their page, and then it goes back to abc.com. But you need to have an agreement with abc.com and with the influencer to this is not the standard influencer agreement. It's an affiliate marketing
affiliate program, because then they get money back on like their referrals.
Yeah. So that's an option for, you know, if you want to do marketing that way, you know, you can be protected, you know, with a contract there as well.
Okay, cool. Now, obviously the huge topic in a lot of these lives that I've been watching and doing is obviously the pandemic and what's going on right now. So for small businesses or people who want to start small businesses right now, like, is there options with like the PPP, or like if you were going to start a small business, is it easier to get a loan right now because of like they want to stimulate?
I mean, in terms of, you know, a lot of the stuff that's out right now is for existing businesses. You know, the PPP loan, a lot of the things that came out, like there was an economic EIDL loan that's already gone. There's no more money there. But the PPP loan, there is still money available. So if you are a small business and you didn't get a PPP loan, you should still do it. Still get it, but that doesn't work if you're just starting out. I mean, there's other loans. There are like SBA loans to start a business, and so, you know, especially for women, there are like some of those loans, but you're not going to get any of the, you know, stimulus money that's out right now. And like for people, you know, that are starting or that had just started their business a couple months ago, like I have clients that just started and then this happened. You know, I've just been telling them, you know, you just really have to focus on getting out there at this point. Like everybody's home, everybody's online, everybody's on Instagram, like all the time. I mean, I've never been on Instagram and LinkedIn as much as I am now. Like I'm just
so serious. It is my job to run this, but I've been on it more than I've ever been in my entire life.
Right. So I say, like, then use it, like get out there, do things like this, do lives, do videos. You know, for if you're in skincare and you kind of like what you're doing, like you can't like be on somebody's face right now, but you can share products that work. You could talk about beauty and talk about skincare and kind of talk about what you do. And that's really, you know, that really works. Like that's what you have to be doing right now.
Right. I know. And I think that's like my whole thing too for work and personal is like just really building a community right now and like curating your social media. So like who you want to surround yourself with and who you like businesses that are alike or businesses that you would like to partner with when this, all ends. So that's what we've been trying to do too, is like just have people come on live. Maybe they're not in the beauty industry, but they're yoga instructors or they work, in a food place that promotes health and wellness and beauty. So I've been trying to just kind of create this community of people to support each other.
Yeah. And also I feel like during this time, it's so hard to focus on one thing because you're being pulled by your kids, you're being pulled by your significant other, and you're being pulled from work. But at the same time, I feel like it's a time to like reflect on yourself, reflect on work. I mean, that's what I've been doing. And kind of like, this is the time to decide like, what do you want in your life and what do you want to do? And then I've just been like kind of going after that and like seeking out people that I want to be involved with. And it's been good for that because like I said, everybody's available right now. Everybody's home. Everybody's willing to talk.
Right. And that's a good point. So the salons, the Rosieri salons I'm working with, like we're actually working with a bunch of salons in the South Jersey area who are normally like competitors, but right now it's like we just want everybody to be safe and healthy and like business to go back to normal. So I don't think that, like you said, it's a good time to like, we have time to reach out to people. It doesn't matter if they're the same business as you, like connect and see what they're doing and see how you can help them as well. I think it's really important just for all of us to get back to some sanity in our businesses.
Yeah. Yeah. And also this is a good time also, like people are starting or thinking about starting a side business because you have time to think about it. And they say, when I don't know, economically, if there's going to be a recession. I mean, there's already, things are kind of, economically are struggling. But they say, in a recession, a lot of businesses are started during that time, like during times of hardship. So that's also something to think about. If you always had something in mind that you wanted to do, now is the time to kind of, get that roaring or get started.
Yeah, for sure. I'm like, the side hustle is real. I'm like, and I was on a live video earlier this week and I was just talking to Jenna, who owns like a small business, but like, Warren Buffett, they always say you have to have multiple streams of income. All these people who are billionaires, like they have multiple streams. So the side hustle doesn't have to be a side hustle forever.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So, you need to start though. Yeah. Everybody you have to start. And if you want something, you just have to, go do it.
I'm like, listen, what can you do? Start over. I mean, if you fail, you start over again. Right. That is what it is.
Exactly.
So is there anything else that you would want to share with us? And like where people can find you too, or if they want to contact you?
Yeah. So, connect with me on Instagram. Or email me. I have my email. I have my, my number on there. We're online. We're in South Jersey. So, for all of you in South Jersey, we have an office in Cherry Hill. I'd be happy to meet with you there once this happens. But before then, I'm doing Zoom, calls and Zoom meetings with people. So if anybody has questions about starting a business, please reach out to me, and kind of how our subscription plan works and kind of how we work together. I would be happy to talk to you.
Perfect. Okay. So then I'll also, in like the caption of this, I'll put like your Instagram, and then I'll put I'll redirect them to you because you have your website and everything on your Instagram, so they can actually contact you that way.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much for jumping
this
on.
Was fun.
And, diving in and giving people a sneak peek, because I feel like that's something like people have ideas and want to go, but they don't realize that they need the other end, like to be taken. We're creative, so we see this creative vision. Right. But then we're like, hold on, we have to do all of this.
Yes.
So it's good to be able to partner with somebody who understands that aspect of the creative business. They can help keep them in line.
Yeah. We have we represent a lot of creatives and people in beauty, and so we're familiar.
Now, do you have you don't really list your clients, or do you list your clients on your website who you work with? I know it's probably
no. I mean, that kind of goes against the attorney-client privilege rules.
Right.
But definitely reach out to me and we can talk.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm going to share all the information. And then if you don't mind sending me the screenshots of the products, I'll post those as well. So everybody can check that out and see your favorite products. And then we should do a part 2. Maybe like
Yeah,
in
no, I
June,
love that.
July, like once things, what's the next step now that things are like,
Yes.
hopefully the economy starts to open back up in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you get questions, send them this way. I'd be happy to help out.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks, Drew.
Take care. I'll talk to you
All
soon.
right, bye.
Bye.